What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai, so everyone here bringing another video. Today I'm bringing a video on episode 6 now. Yes, 6 episodes into Power Rangers Ninja. Now, this is not for the review, but this is more so regarding previews. Both previews actually went up on the same day. One preview came out really early, one came out later today. So I wanted to talk about both of the previews. This is for episode 6 called My Friend Redbot. Redbot obviously is the companion to Brody. But in this episode, it's focused more towards Haley and Redbot and their chemistry, because what happens is the others are left in a situation that prevents them from fighting alongside Haley. So all that's left is Redbot and Haley. And let's go through it. Okay, so the first preview that came out on Nick specifically was a preview that showed off this whole entire storybook story that was being shown off. Most likely, it was supposed to be based off of Cinderella. The reason why is because there's a line that says, "Oh, princess," or "Oh, madam, would you accompany to the grand ball?" Now, I'm not saying that it couldn't be a different story, but that's what I would assume. It would have to be something along those lines. I could be wrong, but it's a fairy tale book that Redbot is reading, and the idea is that suddenly Cody comes over. Cody, you may think to yourself, who's Cody again? Cody is Haley's dog, and it's the equivalent to her Zord, similar to Redbot. So like Cody, actual dog, Kodiak Zord. Red Robo, or Red Robot, Red Robo Zord, you get it. So, anyway, what happens is Cody's wants to play with Redbot, but Redbot doesn't really understand what being a friend is and all that kind of stuff, because he's a robot. He doesn't know what friends are. But even though he's had to be around, Brody for, super long, he doesn't know what a friend is necessarily, even if he considers him a friend in a way. So what happens is that Haley says, "Oh, I have to go go to the school and set up for the school dance." And the thing is that Redbot's like, "Huh, that reminds me of my storybook." And then he gets on one knee as though he's like about to propose to her. But rather than proposing to her like to get married, obviously, he proposes like, "Hey, I would be very happy if you would be willing to go with me to the grand ball." In other words, she understands that he's trying to imply going to the dance with him. Well, Haley's kind of like, "Redbot, you're silly. I don't think that sounds right. Would you really want to do that?" And she just kind of runs off, but he's like, "No, but I really do want to go with you." So you clearly understand that he wants to experience these relationship feelings that he doesn't really know how to understand, because he hasn't been programmed to understand them. So that's one aspect of it, and that's probably towards the very beginning of the episode. The next scene is probably something that happens a couple of scenes in later on in the episode. The reason why I say this is because they say in the beginning of that clip, which is the clip that was released earlier in the day, that Haley was trying to find Redbot's footprints. And the thing is that it was just her. Now, in the other clip, it was just her as well, but it's not very clear as to whether or not maybe she was just the only person that was in the base or not. She might have only been this might have been later on in the episode, or it might not have, but there must have been some scene in between that must have led to her finding footprints that led to where she was. And what happens is that she ends up finding these footprints and trying to track down Redbot. Well, what happens is that there's a new monster for the episode that comes out to attack Haley and try to steal her Ninja Steel power star. So what happens is that this monster is called Bagpipes, and the monster has the ability to put people under a spell using his bagpipe melody to cause people to do things that he wants them to do. So in this case, he wants her to give her Ninja Steel, her Ninja Star to him, so he can return it obviously to Galvanox. So the thing is that she actually is brainwashed and is about to give it when suddenly Redbot comes over and knocks into Bagpipes, and Bagpipes falls over, and I believe his Bagpipes actually fall over as well. And the thing is that suddenly she breaks out of the spell and realizes, wait, I was about to give him my ninja star and my ninja power star. And the thing is that she realizes this, she's like, thanks, Redbot. And then suddenly what happens is that she transforms and gets ready to attack Bagpipes, and the battle begins pretty much. I forgot to also mention, Cody is the one that actually leads her to Redbot's footprints, by the way, at the very beginning of the club. But that's basically what happens. That's just a small factor. I just want to make sure you're aware of that. But overall, I'm looking forward to this episode mainly because personally my favorite character in this season so far is Haley. Then it would be Calvin, then Preston, and then so on and so forth. If I needed to say, I guess it would probably be Sarah and then Brody right now. But just in general, I am looking forward to this episode for her. I just wish that it wasn't like it was a split focus between Haley and Redbot. I wish it were more focused on her, but more of a regular episode than having something that kind of connects to another character. That kind of bothers me a little bit because it brings more value to him than it does to her, and yet the other characters got like a focus, like a full-on focus. She didn't get like a full-on focus, or at least we don't know yet. That could obviously change. Maybe the episode will explain things differently and make it more clear that maybe there is a focus for her that's a little bigger than just becoming friends with Redbot, which could be the case. I just hope that, whatever they choose to do gives her enough of a focus that she isn't treated as a very, very small character that's given very, very, very little attention and detail and backstory. That would be that would be something that would really bother me, because all the other characters have had backstory so far, and I'm kind of worried with this one that there might not be as much because of the fact that there's Redbot being put into play here. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to assume anything, because that can always change, and there could always be some interesting backstory that would make me happy, or it's a little bit concerning just because of that factor. But we'll see. I just don't want to say that right now, but yeah, it just kind of bothers me, because I just don't want her to end up like Gia from Super Mega Force, or Megaforce in general, because they didn't really go into much backstory on her, and she's probably the one character I feel like they got the least attention out of anyone during Super Megaforce and Megaforce. And I'm not saying that season really gave characters real development, either of those seasons, but she probably got like the worst hand situation out of all of them. And that's just an example that I can think of off the top of my head, because I always remember that, because I always feel like they really didn't explore her at all. Like, even the other characters got explored very little, but like she got nothing really. Anyway, let me know your guys' opinions below. Tell me what you guys think of this, of these preview clips. Are you looking forward to episode 6 coming out this week? Please remember, following this week, there will be a break. So there will be 1 week where we won't get an episode, but following the week that comes after this weekend, we will be getting 2 episodes, episode 7 and 8, and then we will be on summer hiatus, which means we will not be getting episodes till most likely August of this year, and that will be interesting to see. Again, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you guys think. Are you guys looking forward to this episode? Leave your comments below, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. So, bye-bye, guys.